everybody. Good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Sunday. Welcome back to the weekend streams. We've got our got a nice little cup of herbal infusion ready to go. How's everybody doing? Cupcake Chaos, thank you for the 53-month resub. Good morning, Hazel. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. I think that I want to spend today largely trying out Stormwind 8 Mask. Horrific Vision Stormwind 8 Mask. Largely and solely, really. Because I am not currently Inksy the Mad. I am Inksy the real deal. I could be Inksy the Insane. But I'm not the Mad. I've soloed Orgrimmar 8 Mask, but I need to solo Stormwind 8 Mask if I want the title. So I think that's what I'm going to work on today, because Stormwind is up this week, because we have Gift of the Titans as well as the Disc Belt, which we did not have last time, and because the Disc Belt's Lightning Rod is getting nerfed on Tuesday. So if I wanted to do it with the, kind of overpowered version of it, now would be the time. Before I tear into that, though, I think that I want to maybe queue up for an Ahun to see if he maybe wants to drop me any of the holiday stuff. There are staves and polearms of matching appearances. There's a Crown of the Frostlord that I don't have. My plan is just to do one satchel a day at this. So we may as well jump in and do that first. I'm flying around doing fires all morning. Yep. I wanted to put together a video that had like some footage of like the new things that you could buy for the blossoms, and then I was doing it and I was like, well, what if instead of just recording them in the armor preview, I like had them, and I'm like, oh yeah, all I have to do is get 850 blossoms today, and then I can put that in the video, and that's what I did yesterday. Did a lot of flying around. I did it on 3 alts. I got some experience. I got a little leveling done on a few different ones, and I've bought all of it now. So at least that part's done. I have the shoulders. I'm wearing them. I bought the silly helm. I got the belt. I'm wearing that too. Summer. I have news to tell you. Got the mail muncher yesterday. Congratulations, legendary hero. That's exciting. Dead, dying of heat making me want to melt away. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, congrats on your mail munching. Greetings. Hi, Day. Happy Sunday. How was your weekend of rest and relaxation and recovery? And other lovely words that start with R. What else do we have? Recuperation. Video not synced with my words. Is it not? Because that sucks if true. I don't know how to fix that. Mine's okay. Might need a refresh. Might need a little browser refresh. Clap. I'd say if only 8 Mask was as easy as this, but actually I healed one of these yesterday and it was surprisingly challenging. They really put my druid through her paces on this one. I'd love to, and it's not really up to me because I'm just going to try once a day and then whatever happens, but I would love to get all of the new stuff, especially weapons-wise, like in polearm and in staff form. I guess I'm more worried about the staves than the polearms, because I very rarely have to mog a polearm where I cannot mog a staff. On characters that can use both, you can mog them interchangeably. Like my druid will frequently take a polearm appearance and stick it on a staff. But if you just got the polearm version and you were on a character like a priest who can't use a polearm, then you couldn't mog it yet. So I'd like to get the options. Failing that, I'd like to get the staff versions. But it's not really, not really much you can do about it. You do your bag and then you go, okie dokie. Imagine healing, cannot relate. 30 Celsius, had my daily workout with my walking pad, sweating so bad. Went for 18 minutes, couldn't go on anymore. Hey, you showed up though, that's the key thing. Yeah, first time per account for Ahun for the new stuff out of the satchel. If you're trying to farm something like his original Frost Scythe that drops from his chest, that you can spam. And you can get multiple satchels in the day. It's just that the new cosmetics from like last year and this year, like the Drake armor and the Crown of the Frostlord and stuff, appear to have the holiday bad luck protection and like the holiday drop rate system where it's just your first account wide satchel per day that's like pretty good for it. In Visions, how do you deal with the boss in the Mage Tower as a Shadow Priest? Terribly is the answer. It's really hard, and I haven't done it yet, which is why, or I haven't succeeded yet, which is why I don't have my solo 8 mask. My plan for this time around is to do that wing early, use Lust, use my interrupt on the second cast of the Entropic Missiles, never interrupt Polymorph because it's not worth it, and for the first cast of Entropic Missiles, I need a proc of Gift of the Titans, which means I'm going to need to walk a little mob up there and keep it as my little friend, and then kill it like on pull of the fight, so I get my Gift of the Titans proc, and then can have that give me the insanity damage immunity for the first cast. That's the plan. We're gonna have to kill him really quick though, because you're right, the tools suck. It's terrible. That's been my sticking point so far. Oh my god, yeah. It's bad. It's really bad. Burnt my arms at the gym yesterday. Just want to stay home in the cool. Oh man, burnt could mean a lot of things in this context. It doesn't sound fun. Succeeded in going to the gym today for the first time in 8 days. So happy. Health things happened this week. No workouts. Reduced all the weights. Did all the things. Nice. Good stuff. I haven't done any yoga in a few days because I've been busy, and I need to. I need to do some on my own because I'm going fishing tomorrow, so I can't go tomorrow. Any luck? Ooh, I got a staff. I got the fire staff, and that is the staff version. Yes, which is more usable to me because I largely play casters. Nice. Feels good. Pretty fun. What transmog do I want to wear for 8 masks? Should I bring the Joy of the Fire Festival into it? That's kind of what I'm wearing right now. Seems everyone's melted today. That's sick. Where'd you get that? The Daily Frostlord Ahun Q box has a chance to drop it for you. Gears Shadow Priest is terrible. Can't burn him down. Dismain gave up on doing it as a healer. Yeah, it's ugly. It seems really ugly. Makes you less crunchy, hard when there's other things. It's tough because, like, I've kind of done little experiments of, like, what if I do this much and then I try to do this much work? And what I've found is that if I want to, like, make a video or, like, do a lot of, like, desk work in a day, I kind of can't do my yoga practice because if I do my yoga practice, I get so wiped that I'll fall asleep. And then there's just not time in the day. So I have to kind of do on days and off days, and I have to work on the off days and then basically just do yoga and nap on the on days. And it's not great. I kind of thought there was going to be this utopian future where you could exercise and work in the same day, and it was going to give me more energy. Everyone says they get more energy. It does not work that way for me. At least it hasn't yet. Not in the first year, maybe in the second year? I don't know, man. I've been putting in the work. I'm going to Dornagul's what I'm doing. May as well go up the stairs. But yeah, it is nice to get de-lobstered, de-crunched, keep some space in my muscles. Workouts wipe me TF out. I'm sure I have more stamina than I used to because I can do a longer yoga practice than before, but I still need a nap after. And I'm drinking electrolytes. I am staying hydrated. I am eating well. I'm eating properly after my practice. Because for a while I thought that was the problem, that I wasn't getting the right food or enough food, but I just need sleep. my body just can't. Okay, there's a possibility that I'm going a little too hard in the practice, but that's a hard one to fix. I don't want to do any less. It's nice. Ooh, what on earth am I driving? What is this? Junk Maestro's Magneto Mech. Oh, is this the glory achievement? This might have been the meta achievement mount for the raid. I forgot about this thing. Get more energy for about an hour, and then I'm worn out and pass out. You will, but after years. Yeah, I kind of thought that the intro period to, like, getting fitter was going to be, like, a couple of months of regular practice, but, I don't know. I'm coming up on my first year yogaversary. If you were a model or an actor, then working out would be part of your job. Yeah, I'm not a model or an actor, though, am I? There's really no requirement for me to be any level of physically fit to do this. I'm just doing it for me. What am I doing? I'm doing 8 mass, that's right. So I need drums. I need to make sure I have drums. Let's get in the right spec. Quite the electric mount. KUI to plater. KUI went through a period, and this was back in, like, BFA, where it didn't get updated very quickly after a patch. And I got sick of using default, and I installed Plater. And I'm sure KUI has been updated since then, but that's all it took, was for that one gap where I needed something. I switched to Plater, and then I never looked back. The same reason that I switched away from, I don't know, what was it, like a recount to Skata before I eventually came to details, was just one of them didn't get updated and I needed something to work. Galley mount still eludes me. Grass. Oh, Zildak did an LFR galley raid and got the mount. That's crazy. Using KUI since your videos in Legion about your add-ons. How long have Infinite Runes been a thing? Oh gosh, some time. I don't know when the first one was. It's usually something they add in the last patch, though. We don't have it yet for War Within. Okay, I'm in Shadow. That's good. Let's get in my Horrific Visions build. Legion? Legion sounds right. Legion sounds true. Let's make sure we have some drums. We've got 20 drums. That's good. We've got some pots. We've got some health pots. I have my weak aura that's going to tell me all about which potions are which. The first one's going to be kind of like a warm-up here because I haven't done this in like a week and a half, 2 weeks. But we are stronger than we have been. We've got Reverb Radio. I'm going to do Reverb Radio and... I think I put Eye of Kazan on at one point. I've got Signet. Oh, I'm going to do Reverb and Moxie Jug. That's right, because both of them are procs, and that way I don't have to worry about it, because I wasn't using my trinkets very effectively when I was using them. We're 676. And yeah, we've got our Disc Belt. Disc Belt has Lightning Rod right now, which has yet to be hotfixed, so... oh yeah, and I'm wearing my chicken farmer outfit, which is a perfectly good thing to wear, so off we go. Send me in. I actually need to do more Orgrimmar visions as well for Void Crystal Panther mats. I just wasn't picking them up for ages, so next week maybe I'll do some like 2 mask runs or something.
Stormwind City, a bastion of the holy light, now fallen to the void.
Going to midnight, I left her 11-2, maybe smaller patches in between. I mean, they could do a season 4 without an 11-3, right? I feel like that's fairly normal. Like, they could do it in an 11.25 or an 11.27 or 11.2.1.8.9.3. New chatter raid videos on YouTube are banger. Thank you. Aw, cheers. Oh, hey, look, they put a little stack marker on this. That's kind of fun. All right, let's load it up. Nemesis. Burn Bridge. I think I had Long Night on. Yeah. There's Vengeance. So we're going to be dealing with Hogger. I don't currently have anything that tracks the internal cooldown of my Gift to the Titans. I understand there's like add-ons or weak cores that can do it, but I never got any. I'm going to try and do my best without it. I could really go direct for Mage Tower. I could not even do Trade District first. There's no reason to do Trade District first and then Mage Tower. That's just how I've always done it. Should I try that? Ooh. Ooh. Because you won't have any potions yet. How important are the potions really, though? I think maybe I just avoid some of them. I think they're getting me into more trouble than anything else. Okay. See if I remember how to do this. The Footman. Here's our first Gift to the Titans proc. Oh yeah, there's my belt. That's gonna help for sure. Last time we did this, we didn't have Gift to the Titans yet.
Watch your step.
And we didn't have the disc belt yet, so maybe this will be super easy. I don't know. I doubt it.
Watch your step.
I don't think there's any level of super easy that it's gonna be because of Umbric specifically. Umbric and Illyria. Plus, things do hurt. They do hurt. Alright, so that's the poison. I do kind of sort of need the, what do you call them? The fragments. There's a defensive pot and a fire pot. I kind of need the fragments. I kind of want both of the buffs before Umbric, so I think that's why I would do Trade District first. And then Dwarven District if Trade District doesn't have the thing. to get like the crit buff and stuff. This one's closed, so the other one's open.
Please save my
And we're gonna get somewhere in this pack. We're gonna get ourselves a lovely little Gambit, or not Gambit, Hogger. But we have gift up now, so that's nice. Yeah, this is dicey because I do a lot of damage, but I take a lot of damage.
Watch your step. Watch your step.
Get our duration stacked up for these guys. We'll go get our buff. I've come around on doing the engineering shot buff with the maze through the mines. It's 10% damage. It is worth it. I'm just cranky about it because I hate that maze. Always do mage first. I think there is benefit to doing it with buffs and potions. Like if you're going to fail on it anyways, or if it's the hardest part, why wouldn't you do it with the strongest buffs? So to give yourself the best chance of succeeding. Because if you failed, you have to start over again anyway. Okay, so that's good. Got that. We're going to do Trade District and hope that the bank is open so that we can get nice little buff. Buff. Let's get to Titans. And we're going to try and keep track of our Nemesis spawn counts here. Also my health, which seems to be in trouble. That's poison. We don't want that. That's sanity. We do want that. We're going to get a Hogger here. Definitely get that Heart Piercer down.
Watch your step. Watch your step. Interrupt.
Okay, so he's dead. Footman's doing repel. The Void Globs are dead. Okay. Lovely. Wonder why you don't do mage first? Good point to get the buffs. And like the potion buffs I find, if I do mage too early, I get the potion buffs, but they're really short and they fall off while I'm doing the initial trash. There's maybe an argument to be made for just forget about some of the potion buffs, like specifically fire, because it makes you run. But it's a nice one to have. It does a lot of damage. Let's see if we can do this. Let's see if the crit buff is up. I think it's crit for doing the bank thing. Okay. But I haven't done this in a while, so this is all kind of coming back to me a little bit. Oh yeah, right. We gotta jump. That's right. Wow, with that.
Keep jumping.
That's a terrible Shadow Crush. I don't usually pull that from that side, but I think I don't mind doing it. It's not bad. Potion buff after the mage quarter. No, but what I'm implying is that I need the potion buffs for the mage quarter. That if it's the most challenging thing, I might need, it's a, never mind. It's fine. There's arguments to be made either way.
Watch your step.
I just don't think it's as cut and dry as a lot of people say it is. Okay, that one is fire. It's because if you find a lot of them early, and I am finding more of them at this time, it seems like. If you find a lot of them early, the nice thing is that the duration stacks. So now I have 46 minutes of spicy potions, so I don't have to worry about that falling off. If you go straight there, you're not necessarily going to have that.
Frontal.
And you really kind of... Oh, there's Hogger. All of those little globs, like that dangerous trash in the early part of Mage Tower, you're fighting it in narrow hallways. It's really nice to have spicy potion for it.
Interrupt.
This guy, you really want to be careful. because there's only so much you can. Oh,
Keep
should have saved my
jumping.
kick for the second one. Oh, we're okay. We're okay. That's the defensive one. How long do we have left on that? 30 minutes now, so that's perfect. You know what? They might have buffed those. I think they used to add 5 minutes per, and it looks like they're adding like 15. Yeah, it's at 45. I think that got changed. I thought it was always 15, and I'm just like crazy, but I think that's better. Which would be great. It's going to be kind of embarrassing after all of these buffs. I still can't do it. You know what? It wouldn't be embarrassing. It's hard content. This guy and this guy. Augers
Watch
and
your
16. Don't get stuck on the stuff. Okay. I remember them being 5. The potion buff durations. That one's bad. And there's Gibbs the Titans. Which kind of
Rifle.
not.
Interrupt.
Try to take it into this guy because it lasts for a little bit, I think.
Keep jumping. Run.
There we go. He's toast. Trick with Umbrick is going to be bringing a friend up to him. Finding like a little guy and not accidentally killing all of them. Bringing a friend up to him that I can kill on pull to proc a Gift of the Titans. And I feel like that's going to suck. Leveling my mage, starting talent building. Yeah, rotation helper might help for sure. Sometimes class guides aren't a lot of help while you're leveling as well, unless they have specific leveling sections, because often what you're doing at endgame is kind of predicated on certain talent choices or hero talents, and you're not going to have those when you're like level 30 something. So it might play differently. Holy moly, that hurt.
Interrupt.
Oh, you had a bunch of stacks. That's fine. So there's sanity.
Run for.
Oopsies. Disperse.
Keep jumping.
Okay, bank is closed, which means the buff is 10% damage and it is in the Dwarven District. So the question becomes, do I want to get that before I try to do Umbrick? And if so, am I going to have enough time left on my Lust cooldown to have it back up for Lyria? I think yes. I think yes, because you can wait, because you can sit around and wait. Especially if you've left any stuff back to get your sanity. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go get that buff. I might even get it and then backtrack, honestly. I don't see why not. Because it's pretty early in the zone. So we can kind of run through, get the buff from the engineering shop, not finish Dwarf Quarter, run back. I mean, it's crazy, but like I think it might work. I want some tea. And then we'll just finish the Dwarven Quarter after Mage Quarter. And that way we'll have some extra elites and trash and stuff to kind of top up the sanity. And also some time to pad out, like top up the sanity while we're waiting at that time to wait out the exhausted debuff.
Can't believe it. Everyone's gone insane.
Because we're just going around the corner here.
Azat's armies in the Dwarven district. We have to destroy them. Set these explosives around the area. I'll get to work on the detonator. Stay safe.
We can do one. And this is going to give us our Hogger. Holy moly, he hurts.
Keep jumping.
There is a chance that I just get murked by Hogger while trying to do all this. Alright. So the trick here is to go nice and slow. Jump up on the rail. Read the note. Step on the bomb. Gives me a nice 10% damage buff. And then you can just kind of like step here and it'll pour you up. Okay. Alright, let's top this up. 55 minutes left of my spicy potion. Let's go do Mage District. Bloodthirsty Indies. Oh yeah, that's right. Because we're out here. Why do I need to jump with your voice saying jump? Jump. Keep jumping. Good luck. Thank you. Okay, Hoggers and 19 mobs. The early trash sucks. The hardest part of Mage Tower, aside from Umbric, is just getting through the first few waves. The big elite sucks too, but if you clear space and you have some cooldowns, he's fine. You just have to watch your feet and keep moving. You can't get tricked into stopping to cast because you'll get smoked on the feet. But yeah, this early section, I like to pull stuff back and out. Oh, you know what I never did is I didn't use a flask. Here, bring a little flask. Oh, I had one up from before, from when we did keys yesterday. That's right. Yeah, we'll gift the Titans. Let's get some trash while we have gift the Titans.
Interrupt.
See how much of it we can kill. Make sure we're kicking Void Buffet, which we weren't doing a couple weeks ago because I didn't understand what it did. Nice, okay. So we've got split personality and we've got leaden foot, which is actually kind of fine. I'm not mad at that. These guys do keep coming, but you can kind of make a little dent in them, and it's nice if you get Hogger when you're not fighting a ton of them, because that can be really dangerous. Alright, so he's going to give me some sanity. And then we're going to curve left. No, go away. Go away. Why are you so large? You should be dead by now. There we go. Okay. Once you kind of get up and around the corner, they stop smoking you as hard.
Interrupt.
I think I managed to kill those guys. Alright. Hogger here. Get him down first. He's real dangerous. I'm using health potions. Algari healing potions fairly liberally. Just gonna wait that out. Lovely. Okay. A couple of speaking potions. A couple of buffs up here. I'm gonna try and leave a little dude here and there just around. So that I can have friends to bring with me up. Like if I can leave any trash up here, I should. Although maybe not like, he's dead anyway. So for this, I want to have Void Torrent up for sure. So I'm just gonna give it like 10 seconds. Gosh, I'd love to have, not just Void Torrent, but also, I need to do these ones anyway. It's the Portal Keeper. So, watch your feet. So all you gotta do is watch your feet.
Frontal.
And get out of the frontal. There we go. Alright, so he's down. He can be quite dangerous, so that's nice to have done. I'm gonna leave that up. Oh, I can't bring those with me, though.
Interrupt. Interrupt.
Because if I cannot bring a friend up to Umbric, it's gonna be really hard. Technically possible, but really hard.
Watch your feet.
I googled Hervig Vision's potion week, Cora.
Watch your
I know
step.
that's not wildly helpful to you, but that is that is how I got it. I can after this run I can pull the link if you haven't found it yet. I just give to the Titans, but I'm in bad shape here. Kind of forgetting how where I'm going. Oh yeah, that's right. I got that guy. I forgot about him.
Interrupt.
Because we can drop an orb at the pole.
Watch your step.
Definitely make sure you move for the Rain of Fire.
Watch your step.
Ooh, that was careful. That was close. Okay. I think we're gonna go this way. Watch out. Because I know you can cut through one of these stores. I'm gonna try and maybe hold a void glob. It's hard. Oopsies.
Watch your feet.
Oh, it's gonna be really hard because not only I'm gonna have to wait out the ICD. Also, here, I'm gonna kill this one. No, my lightning's gonna kill it. No, he's dead. Okay. I would need to find a different friend to bring up there. Bring a friend to him to kill it to proc gift to the Titans. I don't know how you would solo this as Disc or Holy. The Tendril and the Tumors don't really help me. I need a little glob or something. But my belt might kill it, honestly. Let's get our Hogger down so that we don't get that to spawn mid-Umbric. Shall we? I mean, I could bring Hogger, but that's kind of aggressive. He hurts really bad. He almost kills me every time I fight him. Speaking of almost kills me. Okay, careful. Alright, we got 38 seconds on that. I can't bring a Void Elemental, that's crazy. He'll be void buffeting me. I might have to do it without the buff. Or alternatively, if he hits me and my sanity gets below half and it spawns the monstrosity, we can do that. It's just so dicey because your sanity's going down so fast. I'd really love to have a proc on the pole, but I don't think there's anything for it. I don't want to bring one of those guys. They just hurt too much. It's too dangerous. I don't know of anybody that's realistically doing that. Those are casters. Bella Bellas, thank you very much for the 2-month resub. Dominate mine something? Maybe? Let's try. Here, let me get this guy down.
Interrupt.
So, you're dead. And then I'm gonna kill that one. And then I wanna dominate that one. Okay, so I have one. You're right. Okay. I think that worked. So we're going now. Because we only have it for for 18 more seconds. I might be able to redominate it. I don't know if you can redominate. Also, because I'm in combat, because I have it dominated, my leaden foot is stopping me from going up these stairs, which like really sucks. And I cannot use my interrupt on him. Okay, you can redominate. That's nice. Well, this is exciting. Holy moly, this sucks with leaden foot. This is funny. Oh, jeez. Okay. Do it again. I'm gonna drop the orb basically on pull. Or like before the pull. Drums is on shift 1, just reminding myself. Can't go through there. Oh, I think it got rid of my buddy. I don't think they're gonna let me do that. That sucks. Okay. Alright. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait for my sanity to tick down. It's gonna spawn the monstrosity. I'm gonna dot it. I'm gonna drop the orb. It's gonna be really dicey. I'm gonna dot it, drop the orb. And then he's gonna die early in my Umbric pull. And we're gonna just blow everything. Power infusion, drums. That's what we're gonna do. Fun detected. I can't believe I waddled all the way up those stairs for nothing. Oh, this is tense. Couple more seconds. It's gonna spawn a guy. It's the horrific figment that I'm looking for. So I basically want to spawn the figment, immediately drop an orb. And then like shield and stuff, because the figment's gonna hurt. We want a buddy so that we can proc gift to the Titans. So that we can be immune to sanity damage for his first cast of entropic missiles, because we only have one kick on a 50-second cooldown over here. Okay. So basically as soon as the buddy spawns, there we go. So sanity restoration orb. And then we stand in it. We dot up our friend. We fight our friend.
Watch your step.
We don't get hit by our friend's mechanics. Alright, so now we're full. Perfect. And now we go. Why did that not give me gift of the Titans? Excuse me? Hello?
Interrupt.
Gosh. Alright, this is gonna suck. Do not eat any of those.
Watch your feet.
It's hard.
Watch your feet.
Standing over here. Top me all the way up. And then I cannot get hit by any of this. Cannot. That didn't work. That's silly. Oh no, I got hit. Don't you dare. Okay, so he's dead. That's good. That's good. It took 2 orbs, which I think was the budget. And we have 1 more orb, but we also have to do Dwarven District. Heart rate. Okay. Let's do Dwarven District. That'll top our sanity back up. And we have... Did I not use drums? I meant to use drums. Alright, well, I guess we have drums cooldown, so we don't need to linger for 10 minutes, I guess. I made so many plans and none of them worked. I planned to drag that guy up the stairs with Dominate Mind, and that didn't work. I planned to wait out a horrific figment and then get Gift to the Titans, and that didn't work. And then I planned to use drums on Umbric and then wait out until so I could have them again for Lyria, and then I didn't even... I meant to press them. This is redonkulous. Might have been able to just smoke him with drums easier than that.
Watch your step.
But let's hope it doesn't come to that. Hogger's up in 7 mobs.
Watch your
Let's
step.
not get overly confident just because we've done this a million times, because we can and could fail. Certainly have before. Nemesis spawned in 4 mobs. Dispel for sure helps a lot. Let's do Forge Guard here. Get some sanity. I'm gonna do the bugs to get a hogger. Or trash rat. So that we don't get him with a bunch of stuff. Use fade. Okay. Now let's do these guys with Gift of the Titans. Because they suck.
Watch your step.
We already got our buff because we came here earlier. Oh dear.
Interrupt.
Good morning, Hazel. Hello, Pet Peppy. How you doing today? Happy Sunday. Finally got to watch K-pop Demon Hunters. It was so good. I think it might be to your liking. Maybe. I haven't really done animated movies in a long time. There's a very short list of them that I know I really like. Oh, you can get a black blood infused bar from here. I didn't know you could get it from both.
Watch your step.
Love K-pop Demon Hunters. It was so fun. Nice. Healing potion. Okay, so what's my big bad plan for... Oh, I still have to do, I still have to do Old Town. I almost forgot about Old Town. We're only half done here. Matthias Shaw could still be the enemy. I was thinking, oh man, Illyria's... I'm gonna have eyeballs. Wait a minute. Where have I seen eyeballs before? Oh, yeah. The boss I haven't done yet. Alright, I'm gonna do that pack so that we can... Well, am I actually? No, I'm gonna skip that pack. Castrosis, 3 members of Twice sang the theme in main song. Oh. Does that make them thrice? But I will dodge that.
Frontal. Watch your feet.
Oh, don't take sanity damage.
I'll destroy the forge to ensure it never makes another weapon for Nasath.
Alright, so our sanity's top back up. We're gonna do Old Town nice and easy, nice and slow. Very 1 pack at a time. Very wait for cooldowns if need be. Much respect, because this can really suck. There are a pair of guys right there, I'm pretty sure. Thought so. Yeah, oh, that's funny. They're running, but they're still stealthed.
Watch your step.
Uh-oh. Ooh, I didn't think I would get out of that. Okay. What do we have for Terranson? Nothing right now. I'll go left first. Got my 8 Master Stormwind cleared yesterday. Nice! Congratulations! What was the hardest part for you? Gonna do her second.
Watch your step. Run. Gruntle.
There we go. It's nice that you can get the stealth mobs with like a shadow crash. Hogger pretty soon here. That's
Watch
no
your
good.
feet. Watch
Perfect.
your step.
Less perfect. Hogger's coming. And I want to save some CDs to make sure that we are really prepared for first boss, the mini boss. Yeah, it's hard though because I also want to have him up for Matthias. Matthias is scarier for sure. Having them pull you through your split personality is really rude.
Interrupt.
I got kind of overexcited there and I was like, oh, I've gifted the Titans, I need to pull. And then I pulled and I was like, oh, I'm at half health. Uh-oh. Oopsie daisy doo. Here's some fire potion. What do we got for this guy? We got some stuff. Not gonna mess around with him. He can be really dangerous. Oh, Dracaress, thank you very much for the 13-month resub. Appreciate it. Mage Quarter, Crawling Corruptions, and the mini boss that won't stop spawning the swirlies. Yeah. For sure. Feel that.
Watch your step.
Not gonna be a whole lot to do about Gift to the Titans for the boss. I'm a little scared of this trash, to be honest with you.
Your feet.
You really gotta be able to thread the needle here. Okay. Okay, alright. I was right to be afraid. That hurts. That sucks. We don't like it. Take a second. Get your health back. Where's my recuperate? Alright, here's my plan. It's called YOLO. That's nice.
It's done.
So we have one orb left.
Still,
We have Illyria.
I'm leaving the city.
I have historically had challenges with her.
Watch your back.
We'll
Watch
have
your step.
Lust. We'll have Lust. If I wait a minute, I'll have Power Infusion. 5 minutes on Damage Potion. I know we need to worry about the eyes. We need to worry about her... Like, I know how to do her mechanics. I'm just no good at them. I need to kick the ordinances away from the beams so I have places to line of sight. That's really important. I think I'm going to hold the orb and then drop it mid-fight. I think is what I'm going to do. Because I'm pretty much at 94% right now. And then, yeah, we interrupt her polymorph if possible. You go, go, go. I need 30 seconds. I don't know if there's going to be any getting a Gift of the Titans proc in here. I'm not going to mess with it. Illyria basically had an ability to do anything since Moon. Convert me into polymorph, right? Yeah, that would be nice. 20 seconds. Gonna remember to use drums this time. Shift 1, Shift 3. Alright.
Watch your step. Interrupt. Run.
Keep an eye on what Illyria's doing, because I know in the
Find
past I have failed to line that ability right there.
Watch your step.
Nothing to do about that, Polly.
Watch your step. Find shelter. Watch
Can't
your
see anything,
step.
can you?
Low sanity.
There's Gift of the Titans. Come on, Illyria.
Interrupt. Watch your step.
Come on. You can do it.
Find shelter.
Perish! That is still hard, don't worry. Oh, good lord. Way easier than it used to be, mind you. Gift of the Titans and the disc belt makes all the difference. My disc belt in that run was doing... Hang on, that can't be right. Damage done. Okay, it wasn't my only spell done. Oh, on Illyria. Lightning Strike was 5% of my damage. Spicy Breath 2.8. Woo! Yeah, did it! Nice! Never not had it. That was our first run today, right? Like that was our warm up. That was good. Holy mackerel. Oh, you can get these things in this one too. Interesting. Void Crystal Panther mats. Shoulder Mog. Whew. So our new title, Inksy the Mad. That's what we were after. Yeah, one shot. One shot. We learned a few things, but mainly we learned that if you have enough damage to do it. I feel like it was damage, but it was also all the practice that we got like 2 weeks ago. I feel like that helped a lot to where we knew kind of what to watch out for. I think we did that. If they did indeed make the potions add 15 minutes per, and I think that's a change. That helps a ton too. Did I use the revive? No, I don't think the cheat death procced. If it was gonna, it would have done it on Umbric.
You're late.
I have 9,000 fragments. Do I want to get any Mog or anything? What do we got? Did I get it all? All armor types. I have all the Mog off of her. I don't think there's anything else for me to get with fragments, actually. That's kind of crazy. What about all weapon types? I mean, I got a couple things I could get for item ID. Touched blade. Hacker. This is just for item IDs, though. This is not even necessary. But, like, what else are you gonna do with them, you know? Oh, hang on. I found some stuff. I found some stuff I needed. Lucky, they're only 500 each. Yeah, they're only 500 each. So it's not a big deal. I've got stuff to spare here. Can I Mog it? It's good stuff. It's showing me whether I have an appearance learned from a different item, from that item, whether or not I haven't learned it, and that's what those orange X's were that made me panic. Okay, now I properly have all of them because they're just a regular blue check mark. Nice! Collecting item names. Yeah, nothing else to do. Large text announcements of enemy casts. Might be DBM. DBM or maybe Plater. I'm so happy that's done. Holy moly. So the only thing I need left from, the only thing I need left is Void Crystal Panther mats. And I'm pretty sure I stuck some of them into my war bank. Let me pull up the Wowhead guide for Void Crystal Panther. I would need to work order it off of a jewel crafter. You need, here, let's go to the bank and see what we got. Free to play the game now, right? I thought that was gonna take all day. We have 2 hours of stream left. We can do whatever we want. Freedom, it's crazy. What do you need made? Void Crystal Panther, but I don't think I have the mats yet. I think I want to check and see what we're missing here. Where did the rest of my stuff go? I for sure had some... I can disenchant those.
My thanks for your patronage.
Okay. Okay, so we got 3 of the 4 iron bars. We need 20 shadow-infused onyx. We have 14 shadow-infused onyx. We need 1 unusual gems, which I'm pretty sure I just got today. Yeah, they're right there. Okay, so I need 1 more bar, and I need 6 more onyx. The onyx you get... Four per clear if you do a full clear. So if I do 2 full clears, unfortunately, then I will have all the mats. One mask will do it. Although I wonder if you need another one for the extra black blood bar. 1.5 clears, yeah. I'm wondering if I need 1 or 2 masks, but I feel like it kind of doesn't matter. 1 and 2 masks are both like super easy, so we can just do it 2. People say 1 mask. Guaranteed spawn with at least 1 mask on. So let's just do a 1 mask just to smoke it and get... Well, we'll need to do it like 1.5 times. I want to get the rest of the mats for this, because that's the last mount that I need from Horrific Visions, I'm pretty sure. I think that's the last one I need. No, it would be nice to just get her done. If I was just going to do 2 masks, I would probably just do Long Night and Dark Imagination. If I was going to do just 1 mask, I guess I would just do Dark Imagination. I wish there was like a clear all masks button, just to take them all off or put them all on.
Now fallen to the void, a staging ground for N'Zoth's armies. Obeying
This is going to be a much different experience without all of the masks. We'll keep Dark Imagination so that we get the spawns that we're looking for. The bar was on the blacksmith's anvil in the whatchamacallit. It was in blacksmith's anvil in the Dwarven district. And then for the rest of it, we just do a full clear and they'll be in the chests, I'm pretty sure. Looted from chests at the end of the vision. Okay. So we'll still have Gift of the Titans, but everything will have dramatically less health. There won't be all these extra effects. It should be nice. Could visit Karakta. Technically true. Could visit Karakta. I bet this will be pretty fast. Let's go Dwarven District first. I don't even need to get the buff. We're motoring. We want 4 bosses as fast as possible. Although I should be careful not to die in like the mage quarter, because you still could. I bet I could still eat it on a 1 mask if I'm not like really careful, if I'm taking it too casually. Need that potion week, or yeah, it's nice. Oh yeah, I forgot I was gonna grab. I think whoever was looking for it found it, but I was gonna grab a link. Nice thing about Weekors is that you they have the link in the Weekor info, so you can just open it up and then potion alert, information, and there's a Waggo link right there. Yep. Yeah, no problem. It's nice. Oh, hang on. I don't think I'm going to drink any potions on this one. It's weird that there's not going to be a Hogger. You kind of forget about what horrific visions are like without the 8 mask when you get used to doing them with the 8 mask. I am causing quite the ruckus.
Watch your step.
What other things do I want to do today after this? This will take me a few minutes. I have some notions. I guess I don't need to loot the chest anymore because I've really spent all of the shards that I can. I had some notions about doing overcharged delves, just the 2 that are up today. Just because I feel like doing just 2 on my main every day is like a nice way to get the research kind of together. And I want to finish the research tree at some point. I know I could grind it out now, but I want to finish the research tree kind of over time to get the mount from finishing the research tree. And by doing it just sort of 2 bountiful delves a day on my main, I am kind of slowly chipping away at just the achievements for just opening a lot of bountiful chests. Okay, so we're going to remember to get this. This is like half the reason we're in here. Perfect. Okay, so we have the last black blood infused bar. We don't need to worry about those anymore, but we still need to do this full clear and then like 2 more bosses. So for like the second run that we do, we could just go ahead and do like Dwarven District and then Trade District and then Illyria and be done with it. Hazel and Chai, Seven Saga, how you doing today? Happy Sunday. Hope your weekend's going good. I hope Midsummer's kind to everybody this year. Lots of new stuff to get out of that daily bag. I did my daily Ahoon kill and got the fire-looking staff version of the weapon. Kind of hoping to get the... I mean, I wanted that. I'd like the blue one as well. It would be nice if I could get the Crown of the Frost Lord too this year. I don't know who's going to wear it, but just be nice to have, I suppose. Grinding at delves aggressively sounds miserable. But it's nice though, because you can do them for overcharged progress. You can just do them on 1s. I have no reason to do them on like 8s or 10s or 11s or anything. My brand's leveled. My main doesn't need the crests. So you just kind of smoke them on 1 super fast, and you're just chipping away at the achievement and at your research. Plus, with the overcharged research tree, you get stuff like 30% movement speed and like huge chunks of main stat. Like it's pretty fun. It's like the remix of Delves. I know some people are doing them on higher difficulties, like if you needed that anyway. There is an argument to be made for me doing them on 11 on Anthus so he can get Gilded Crest, because he needs Gilded Crest so that he can craft some stuff or get some gear crafted at like a high item level for his triple threat keys, but sounds like a lot of work. What if I didn't do that? Super out of the loop with new stuff? Yeah, no trouble. No trouble at all.
What do you mean Valera escaped? Find
I am uncharacteristically in the loop with some of the new stuff because Hazel's been making some videos. Some YouTube videos on youtube.com/hazelnuttygames. Well, I did high level overcharge to help my friend
Watch
get
your
his belt.
step.
They're hunting down anyone who opposes Nizam. We kill them, take the keys.
Difficulty need for the highest vault reward? 8, I think? I think it's 8s for the highest vault reward. Chat, correct me if I'm wrong, because I might be. I haven't done Delve for Vault in ages. Did you promote yourself? Yeah, I'm the BEO now. Your friend signed some papers he didn't read. Not me. Not me getting my mortgage.
Got the key.
My amortization schedule
your
is
step.
what now? I'm paying how much interest? It's a graph you never want to look at. Illyria, you here? This is kind of refreshing. This feels like a victory lap to do, Illyria, which one do you want? Pick one. Oh, I don't have the keys. I need to go do Terranson. I forgot about Armsmaster Terranson. I'm over here slandering Valera and calling her Illyria like a bully, and I didn't even get her what she needs to have. I'm so sorry. Oops, a daisy do. One mouse too hard for me.
Watch your step.
I'm so excited to fight Kaiveza as the Nemesis boss next patch. Like the endgame Delve boss. I think that's gonna be so sick. That fight looks fun. Especially because I feel like I can dodge ground stuff all day long. You know, knock on wood. But I feel like I can dodge things on the floor all day long.
Run.
Raining all week, using the coil heater to dry things. Saw the jeans on my heater. Brown lines up and down the legs. Burnt your jean legs. Listen, they are uniquely distressed. No one else has any just like them. They're one of a kind. All the other people are going to want to wear them.
The keys need to be used at the same time. You take one monolith. I'll take
Can we clip you saying that? Play it back when you stand in things? You can. I can also, like, ban you at any time for any reason, though. There's nothing that says that you can't just ban somebody for getting on your nerves enough times. There's no rule. It's not really like a free court of law situation. Speaking of, be underpinned double question mark today. Nice. Congratulations.
I'm leaving the city.
You the real deal?
Do the same. Watch
Well,
your
the ethereal dirigible. I want to take a look at all the new mounts coming. I've seen a few of them here and there, but I want to like sit down and like scroll through them. Nah, you're fine, Fant. You're fine. I liked your Jean story.
will never forsake the light. Foolish paladin. The light has abandoned.
I could probably pull these in like gigapulls and just like pull a whole zone in one go, but I feel like I would get myself killed. But you don't take as much sanity damage because you don't have the 400% sanity damage mask.
Interrupt.
guy named Jans? Thank you very much. I know a guy named Jans. 20-month resub. Good morning, Hazel. How the heck are you? Good morning. I'm doing all right. I'm doing okay. I think I might go fishing tomorrow. I think I might crank myself out of bed early and go fishing. Completed 8 mask vision. Now drunk with power. Listen, I got a cosmetic to drop out of my Ahoon satchel this morning and it's gone straight to my head.
Runful. Run.
Better than being drunk without power. I was gonna say true, but I'm not sure if empirically that's true. There's been a few people drunk with power that would have been better off being de-armed for a while until they sobered up. Mask for farming mementos. Ooh, that's a good question. It'll probably vary depending on like your gear level. 5, I betcha. I think if you chipped 3 masks off, that would take all the danger out of it and like the huge amount of extra health. And then you could just kind of smoke through it for mementos. I thought I was gonna have to grind mementos, and I didn't. I got enough to buy everything more times over, just by practicing for 8 mask. Like doing a bunch of failed 8 mask runs eventually got me enough mementos that it wasn't that I didn't need to do any extras just for mementos. After doing 3 11s, keep forgetting how powerful I actually am in an 8. I had vague notions about doing 11 delves for the Delver achievement for doing them on every roll. I don't know though. It's only for achievement points. I need to not get carried away. Okay. Do Mage Quarter real quick. Tell you if I can wear the jeans again. Thanks. Depending on where they're burned, you could maybe do that, make them into cutoffs and wear jorts. One of my favorite YouTube videos is Brian David Gilbert's jorts video. I can't really describe it without spoiling anything, but if you've never seen it and you're thinking about jeans and shorts, it's fun. It'll make you think. Brian's great. Loved his ABBA songs. I liked the Bee Gees one, the werewolf one, because it put me like onto the Bee Gees. I was like, oh man, what song is this based on? It's really catchy. Doing the 11 delves achieved, works out. Need the belt upgrades, extra crest, less work than I thought. Yeah, I'll have to think about it. It depends. I guess I'm working on triple threat first, so we'll see how long triple threat takes me and how much of the patch there is left by then. I can't believe we're doing raid testing next week. Pray for me. Because I have a decent amount of triple threat still to go. I haven't actually done any tank 10s yet. I've been doing tank 6s. I did a tank 8. The DPS 10s I'm less worried about. It's just the question of getting into the right groups and doing them.
Interrupt.
But the tank ones are going to be kind of a project. So maybe next week I'll just like really lean into it. Full length at jeans legs. Tanks cakewalk with DPS brand. Oh yeah, the tank delves will be fine. It's tank keys I'm worried about for triple threat. I want to finish that before I mess around with the delves one. I think the delves would be no problem. Because I almost have the healer one done. DPS wouldn't be an issue. Because I would just healer brand for DPS. And I've got my brand fully set up.
Watch your step.
And then yeah, the tank would be fine. Especially if he can tank 10 keys, he can tank 11 delves. The main reason I haven't been doing it is just because I'm lazy and because 11 delves are really boring. They take forever for me. I'm in there for like 25 minutes per. Especially if I'm not super good at my class. There's also nothing that says you have to solo them. I bet I could bring Flabby or fill it in or something. Easier. What is scary? I like the Delve Belt a lot. At first when they announced it, I'm like, ah, geez, here we go. Another one of these things. But now that I have it, I'm like, woohoo! Lightning Saps! I like the extra little burst of late patch power that's helping me get through all of these goals that I had. Oh, I don't even have, Leaden Foot. Hello, Fasty. How you doing? Yeah, the item level's super sick. And it's only at its first level. It's gonna go all the way up to 701. Happy Horrific Visions Day, Farm Day. Happy Horrific Visions Day. I should turn on my name so I can show off my title. Name. My name. Look what I did today. Dun, dun, dun. Happy. I'm just taking a victory lap to farm some Void Crystal Panther mats. Got my healer ult, my tank ult at 660. I'm all ready for higher keys. Nice. Yeah, Anthus I think is 659. I think he's just about 660.
Interrupt.
Gracias, thank you. How do you stick with a main? I mean, at a certain point, it's just kind of inertia. You do it because you've always done it. I know in my life that I've switched off of Priest enough times and then gotten sort of homesick for it that I know better than to kid myself into thinking I'm going to switch anymore. I've walked that path too many times. I can just play alts if I want to play a different class. But everybody's different, you know. Some people genuinely switch mains like every patch, and there's nothing wrong with that. I raid with a bunch of people like that. They're always on something new. They're always doing great at it. That mini boss as a warrior was obnoxiously infuriating back in BFA. He was ruining my life like an hour ago. Not even an hour ago. 20 minutes ago. On 8 Mask as a Shadow Priest. He was no fun. Pretty sure I'm done. We'll do this, and then we need to do another half run to get 2 more of the, I'm looking for Shadow Infused Onyx. Definitely don't switch mains that much. You might switch mains more than that much. You might go through 2 or 3 a patch. But you keep them all geared so that there's no, like, re-gearing process. They're all ready to go.
Watch your step. Run. Find shelter.
Never expected to catch a stream in live. Came by at just the right time. This is my time slot. I do 9 in the morning to noon Pacific time. It's currently 10:20 a.m., so like kind of right in the middle of my slot. I do it Wednesday through Sunday, so I'm not here Monday, Tuesdays, but every other day of the week. Both weekend days. That's what we're after. Plus a bunch of mementos that I do not need. Yes, I just need two more Shadow Infused Onyx. So we'll leave, go back in, and just do 2 zones. You usually 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. your streams? Who's your Monday and Tuesdays? I used to just take 1 day a week off. I did that for years. I streamed 6 days a week. Can't do it anymore. I need a weekend. I need 2 days in a row to not stream. Can't wait to resub in July. Play some WoW. Itching to play. Yeah, there's lots going on. Alright, send me in. In my defense, I've stayed as Ellie Shaman this whole expansion, but a Havoc DH is currently my top gear that I'm going for 3k on. Nice. Day 1's just recovering, and then day 2 you can finally do some stuff. I used to be very much like become a couch slug for both my days off, for like most of it, the entire time. And in the last like month and a half, I've been doing way more stuff. But it's been fun. Like, I'm getting out, I'm leaving my house, I'm driving places, I'm doing stuff. I mean, sometimes I'm just like seeing houses because I kind of gotta, but it's been nice, and it doesn't exhaust me as much as I thought it did. I think sometimes the things that I was doing to unwind were actually just exhausting me further. And that's why I was sort of locked in like the vicious circle of being stuck on the couch, is because I was just wearing myself out. You know, like scrolling or whatever. Too much TV. Let's do... If I just needed to do 2 zones. Yeah, I think I'll just do the easy ones. Trade District and then Dwarven. I don't think I'm going to mess with the other ones. Wish I could only work 3 hours at my job. I mean, I've started doing YouTube too, so I stream in the morning and then I'm starting recently to work on videos in the afternoon. But I definitely have gone through periods of time where I was kind of burnt out and I wasn't getting that much done. Summer's time to get out anyway. Rainy these past few weeks, lazy on the couch counting coins. Nice. I love a good walk in the rain because there's not as many other people out. Plus you get to use your raincoat and your rain boots.
Interrupt.
Enormously stoked over the rotation helper. Exactly what I wanted as a casual who plays every class but can't be bothered to remember where every patch's ideal rotation. Yeah, I feel the same way about my alts. I have fairly limited expectations for like how good the rotation helper is going to be. I know for a fact that like, or not for a fact, but I know from headlines that what Hekili used to be able to recommend was a lot better and would produce more DPS than what the Blizzard one does. But having said that, I'm kind of like you, where I don't want extra add-ons if I can avoid them, especially about stuff like that that's sort of in your face. I don't mind an extra add-on that's just giving me like, you know, tabs in my journals or like more information on my tooltips and stuff. I like that kind of thing. But extra blinky flashy stuff is usually not my cup of tea. And for me, the floor of how well I was playing that alt previously is kind of like 0. So any Blizzard help that doesn't need me to add stuff is an improvement. Are your vid for raid guides? I do make raid guides. I have some out for Undermine. Something energizing about getting out. Don't know quite what, but I feel it. Scrolling totally exhausting.
Run.
You can get in like a really vicious habit of like just like curling up on the couch or in bed or whatever and just like reading things or consuming content to unwind, and then or like to kind of self-medicate your anxiety, but then doing that generates anxiety either because of the stuff that you're seeing or even if you're just seeing like kitten videos. For me, sometimes I would get anxiety because I knew it wasn't the best thing for me to be doing, and I knew that I could be doing something that would actually help me more, but I didn't want to. So then that would generate the anxiety, which would then keep you scrolling. It's a real hard cycle to break out of. I found anyway. Easy to please when streamers respond to my comments. Have a sub. Aw, shucks. Sad for missing the anniversary mug sets. They might bring them back. I wouldn't be surprised. Thank you, Alexandra BT. Appreciate it. They might bring them back for future anniversaries as possible. Oh, Season 3 raid guides. I will be making Season 3 raid guides. I will. Gotta do raid testing first. I've been journaling because I'm really cool. And I kind of... Sometimes, like, you know something and it doesn't help to know it, but you know it anyway. And then you kind of, like... I don't know, continue to know it over like weeks and months and years, and then you finally like phrase it to yourself in a way where it's sunk in, or maybe just have enough life experience where it's sunk in properly, and then you can actually like do something about it. And I think for a long time I was kind of viewing my anxiety as its own problem. Like, I have disordered anxiety. I have this big problem, this big scary feeling that is preventing me from living my life, which is true. And I would kind of instinctively and habitually sort of self-medicate that anxiety with things that would distract me from it. Which, I mean, I'm lucky that it wasn't substances, but, you know, internet and content and, you know, videos and video games or just like naps or whatever. Like, I would just kind of very, very, avoidance-based, a lot of avoidance-based coping of those feelings. And in like a crisis, that can be helpful to prevent you from completely breaking. But outside of a crisis, especially when you've really learned those as your default coping mechanisms, I found that it was really making things worse. And I kind of built this metaphor for myself where I had like in the metaphor, there's like a kitchen and you're making some toast and toast starts burning. And that's like in the metaphor, unavoidable. It's the thing that triggered the anxiety. Whatever it may be that I'm anxious about, which could be a lot of things, starts burning, and then my anxiety would be the fire alarm, which starts going off. Beep, 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 beep. And when I'm avoidance coping, what I would do then is, instead of like checking on the toast, opening a window, or doing anything to stop the smoke, you would just play some music over the fire alarm and pretend that it's not going off. And that's kind of what I was doing with my anxiety, is I was just kind of like trying to ignore it and shove it down and paper over it and play music and games and whatever over it and not deal with it. And it keeps going. And of course it's getting worse, because whatever it was that I was anxious about is not getting any better when I'm avoiding it. Avoidance coping can really derail your life, because you start avoiding everything and it just gets worse and worse and worse. And the longer you avoid something, the scarier it is, and the harder it is to like pick it back up and look at it. So I try to remember whenever I like have that feeling and I know that like that's the alarm bells going off, is that maybe I should listen to it and just like pay attention to it and sit with it for a second. And maybe you figure out what's making you anxious, maybe you don't, but ignoring it is not helping anything, and generally only makes it louder. But it's really hard when you have years and years and years of practice at ignoring it and at shoving it down.
Watch your step.
It's a supernatural, super normal thing to do. Lots and lots of people have this problem. It doesn't mean anything's wrong with you, but it sucks. It can also be kind of self-perpetuating, because sometimes the things that were making me anxious were things that I had been avoiding because I was anxious, because I'd been avoiding things. So like, you know, you get to the point where you're like, oh geez, I'm going to be late, like filing my taxes or whatever. I don't want to look at this. I don't know how to deal with this. So then you're anxious, then you avoid it. But the longer you avoid it, the more stressful it is, because there's deadlines and stuff. So if you can get through that, you can kind of start to unravel those things that you had been avoiding, that had been bothering you. All of a sudden, you don't feel the need to distract yourself quite so much, because you've kind of dealt with some of that underlying issue. You know, like you took the thorn out of your foot instead of just like putting on another sock and hoping for the best. Scary though. It's kind of scary to like sit down and look at the thorn in your foot, metaphorically speaking. What are we doing? We're looking at the bomb. The metaphor made more sense when I was journaling. I don't think I did it justice trying to narrate it while doing a vision. I also don't remember which bosses I've done. I guess I've done this one because the little eyeball's gone from it. So if we do this and then we do Illyria, then we should have our last two pieces of shadow-infused onyx. And then I think I'm just going to public work order for the mount. That should work. Should have all the mounts. Or should have all the mats. Anyway, all of those principles are things that I was taught like well before I started to use them.
Grunful.
And they're things that you kind of like see the lessons of over and over again. There's things that they talk about in mindfulness practice, and it's things they talk about in yoga philosophy, and it's things that they talked about in therapy. I did ACT therapy. It's the same stuff. It's the same lessons over and over and over again about learning to pay attention to your feelings, find them in your body, reframe them so that you're not believing that they're as dangerous as you think they are. Learn to watch them so you can watch them change, so that you can learn that they don't last forever, because whenever I feel awful, I always think that I'm going to feel awful forever. And the way to unlearn that is just to pay attention to it so you can watch it evolve as you hold your attention on it. And then, take little steps, not big steps, because you don't want to freak yourself out, but just take little steps about whatever it is that you actually know in your heart you need to be doing.
Watch your step.
I've always known the things that I needed to do. I just didn't have the
Interrupt.
didn't have it in me at the time to deal with them, and it was just getting worse.
Father, do not listen to the whispers.
But yeah.
They speak the truth, Thanator, and you will hear.
I also stopped beating myself up for not doing very well for a long time, because I used to spiral myself by like being really hard on myself for everything that I wasn't doing and for all the meltdowns that I was having. which just made
Watch
them
your
worse. It
step.
just made them way worse. I spent like years kind of like unwinding that and learning to not basically bully myself over it. And that helped. I had to learn that first. I had to learn how to be kind to myself and to not put the judgment on myself that I think others would put upon me, whether they would or not.
N'Zoth clearly
There's an onyx.
the notion of a
There's an onyx. I don't need any bars because I have 4 of them.
into the city. The more I desire to
It keeps saying I've got appearances added to my collection, but I thought I bought everything. Maybe it's just an ID. Let's go see if we can work order that mount. What if for the last 2 gems you just do Mage Quarter twice? Use it as an excuse to pummel Umbric. Just beat him up for bullying me. Yeah, being kind to yourself can be very, very hard. Only done CBT, didn't know that one. I've done CBT as well. They're both good, and they can have different, they can work at different efficacies for people with different sort of patterns. The thing I like about ACT therapy is that it is less worried with why you feel that way, because you can spend a lot of time trying to unpick apart your past and your trauma and whatever. We all have it. ACT is a little bit less about what went wrong and a little bit more about what are you going to do about it, which I found to be productive. I did a year of therapy with a psychologist, but the main thing that helped was she recommended a book, which I bought, and the book had everything in it. Like mostly I was just kind of talking with her about how it went. All of the actual advice that I got was from the book. It was The Happiness Trap by, who was it by? Happiness Trap. Kind of a weird, Russ Harris. And that laid out all of the principles of ACT that that my therapist was trying to teach me, or wanted me to learn, but I mainly learned them out of the book. So you could skip some of the therapy and just get the book and a friend and be off to a good start. What am I doing? I'm seeing if I can work order this thing. That's right. Work order them out. Yeah. Let's see. Because we have 1, 2, 420. That should do it. Okay. Void. Crystal Panther. Public order. 8,000 gold. 1,000 gold. Don't mind me. Okay, I'm gonna take a short break. It's 10:30. I'm gonna get up and walk around. When I come back, we gotta find out something else to do. BRB. What? I went and checked in on my doggy. He's asleep. It's funny that you read so many books that didn't help. One that actually did. I think a lot of the books that I've read have helped. Because, like, even if you read it and maybe you'd use some of the practices from a book for a week and then you, like, stop doing them, the things that you learned in the book is still there in your brain somewhere. And when you read, I feel like I kind of read the same things echoed in so many different places that something, like, started to trust them, that wanted to trust them before but just wasn't buying it. Also, thank you. Da-da-da-da. So just because you read like a self-help book and then you don't change doesn't mean it was a total waste of your time. I think sometimes they kind of accumulate. Void. Crystal. Panther. Says that not many people have it. I guess a lot of people didn't like... Oh, it's pretty though. A lot of people might not have known about all the new Horrific Visions mounts, and it definitely isn't like obvious if you didn't look it up. Hazel, Kira doesn't hang out with you. She hasn't in the last couple. I think she forgot that they were happening because, you know, I didn't run the change by her. Hi, sweetie. Speak of the kitty cat, and she shall meow. Hi. Don't like the new professions? Add-on to help me get to know what to do. Depends on what you want to do with them and what your goal is. If you don't like them, then an add-on's probably not going to make you like them. Craft Sim and Auctionator are what I use to kind of work together to help me figure out what might be profitable for me to make. And then in terms of just like leveling the profession, wowprofessions.com wow-professions.com, I think, has some of that info. Here it is talking about her profession mount. It's crafted by jewel crafters, but you can work order it from them without being a jewel crafter. You get the materials for it from Horrific Visions. I enjoy that they're back. I have my coffee and watch. Aww. Hindu concepts of mind and ego. Not specifically the Hindu concepts, but I think some of that might be echoed a bit in Buddhism and to some extent yoga philosophy. Name of this mount: Void Crystal Panther. Void Crystal Panther. Yeah. Profession shopping list, efficient way to buy what you need. Public work ordered it for a 10k tip day one of it being available. Holy. Jung had some Eastern philosophy style thinking. Not from Memento specifically, no. You get different materials for it from Horrific Visions. You're looting like black bars off of anvils or like places in the different visions. You get the there's a few there's a Wowhead guide here. Wowhead. Void Crystal Panther. Da-da-da-da. There's the Wowhead page 4. There should be a comment that like summarizes it, eh? Yeah. Yeah, it's sort of like the Void Cycle. A little bit less onerous, but does need a work order. Although I guess I had to do a work order for the Void Cycle too. I want to rip through a couple of overcharged delves just for... Yeah, okay, so we're going to Spiral Weave and... Sluice, maybe? Yeah, Spiral Weave and Sluice. Let's do Spiral Weave first. Does it fly? Let's fly. Oh, Crystal. What are you doing, kitty cat? Just headbutting my tea cozy. She was slept on Moose's bed in our bedroom last night. And in the morning, he went up to the bed because at night, my dog likes to sleep in different rooms of the apartment. I don't know why. He just wanders off somewhere else to go sleep. I think my husband and I both snore to some extent. So maybe it's just too loud for him to sleep. Which is hilarious because Moose snores too. But he likes to come into the bedroom in the morning and he likes to do what I call noodling, where he will put his face down onto his bed and he'll kind of fall onto his face and then he'll fall onto my lap and he'll kind of rub his face around. It's very cute. I need to get a video of it. Oh, hey. I haven't turned in boxes in a while. Hi, kitty cat. You're so cute. She's giving me the business, the works. Hi, sweetie. Da-da-da. Trove. With some Kej. Gotta remember you can convert Kej to resonance crystals. Weaver Troves. I guess I have rep. Okay, I came here because I wanted to do Spiral Weave. Oh, I've got it down with the severed threads too. Holy mackerel. I'm not mad at any of these chests that I can get because I want gold. Gold! Might look into the dual crafting mount. Did craft jewel dragon pets. I've never done jewel crafting, I don't think, to like any serious degree. Hi, sweetie. How are ya? How are ya? You seem good. Oh my gosh, she went up to Moose's food bowl and started eating. And he's just looking at her and then looking at us like, huh? Guys, can she do that? Like, not even, he wasn't even defensive about it. He was just kind of like bewildered watching her eat his food. And she's trying to take his kibbles. His kibbles are so big for her mouth. The one kibble is like her whole mouth because she's a little cat and he's a big old dog. I don't even know what her plan was. You don't even have teeth. You have like 4 teeth, kitty. It was so goofy. Yeah, if you have a chest, you can still get rep, I think, up to like another chest, basically. But once there is a point at which you won't get any more.
Watch your step.
Had an easier time with leveling engineering this expansion. Yeah, you can have a chest waiting and then it'll fill up another bar, but it can't bank 2 of them. I'm pretty sure. At least I think that's how it used
Watch
to
your
work.
step.
Okay, how are we doing on these things? We've got 23 of these shards. Oh, I didn't speak with the Nubian Scout. Whoopsie daisy do. Mainly doing this just for nice moderate amount of research. I am currently here, so I have 2 of the 3 Titanic speeds. It's coming along. Web bomb acquired. Oh, I suck at this one. I always forget what I'm doing. Ballista loaded and fired. Okay. I think you're supposed to use the ballistas and I never do. But I'm looking forward to the OC-91 Chariot. It looks like a nice mount.
Watch your step.
Plus, I think that having the overcharged tree fully filled out will make all delves in overcharged ones at least feel pretty good. There's like really substantial buffs in there. And at first I was like, what's the point of getting this research tree done aside from the mount? Because like, oh wow, I'm buffed really good in a delve in which I'm doing at a level 1. But if you were kind of grinding like Gilded Crests, I guess, on your alts. Like a funny little stubby system. Can't pick up Paragon on any character. My hunter has them to pick up. Doesn't show like that on anyone else. Yeah, it's a bit weird, and I don't know what the rules are. I've noticed that too, because I kind of wanted to prioritize getting them on certain characters. I forget why. There was something I wanted. Most of it's account-wide. But yeah, it is a little weird. I don't know that overcharged delves are going away. I don't think they would. I actually don't know. I don't know what the impact of them is next season, because it's going to be the same batch of delves. There's 1 new delve. Character you earn the Paragon on can pick it up. What's the benefit to getting them all on? Oh, it's the crests, maybe? Where is the new delve? Didn't know that. So it's not in yet. It's for the next patch. In 11.2, they're adding a delve, bizarrely enough, in the Azure Vaults in Dragonflight. Like, I'm sure there'll be some kind of a portal so we don't have to fly out past the soup or anything, but, like, that's where it is. Something ethereals. Yeah. The entrance is in Koresh. It's odd. I think space and location is less important to the ethereals. They seem to be very flexible on scooching things and scooching themselves. I think they're tesseract warping around. It's just another dimension that's not very meaningful to them.
Watch your step.
Curious to see how Koresh feels like when we're actually playing it. I poked around a tiny bit on PTR, and it felt a bit empty, but it may have been just because I hadn't progressed enough. Maybe I hadn't, like, unlocked world quests yet or something. There's definitely some stuff around there, but it kind of reminded me of Frostfire Ridge in WoD. Yeah, that's true. They wouldn't remove it because people will still want to go back and get their belts. Hi, Hazel. Hi, Gigi Britt. How you doing? Undermine is so packed with stuff, a kind of empty zone could be nice. Maybe Undermine spoiled me. Maybe that's why I'm expecting more stuff. But yeah, there will be plenty to do, especially in the Ecodome.
Watch your step.
The new mounts look really nice. Gosh, I feel like they're gonna drop the patch. It's gonna come out. The raid's gonna start, and then they're gonna be like, here's some information about the next patch. And I'm gonna be like, no, give me a minute. Let me enjoy this. Like, nothing says you have to get all wrapped up in the news, but, like, I don't know. I kind of do. They seem to have decided there is no benefit to letting anything breathe. Which is fine. It's just funny because we used to be like begging for new stuff after like a year of no news, and now it's the opposite. You can't get a week in between announcements. Might get the midnight trailer around when Ghost launches. Yeah, I think so too. I think they're just gonna keep trucking. Tuesday's a holiday here. Use some of the time to go through the new story stuff. The ethereal stuff that's coming has piqued my interest. Nice. Yeah, I liked lore walking a lot. It was fun. I'm glad that I did it and that I kind of stopped to read through the quests and read through like the dialogue options that Lore Walker Cho had, because now I feel like I have more context to help me know what's going on when we go through the campaign. Oh, that's another thing that I could do, just in general. I haven't done the Arathi campaign yet. There's Farron's story that I haven't done. And there's tabards and titles and stuff you can get for that. Yeah. Work trip coming up. Do I want to install WoW on my Steam Deck to grind tier 1 delves between meetings? Maybe. Both factions. Oh. Yeah. True. How are we doing on these? 85. 87. Kind of thought I was gonna get more thingies from that. No. Let's go do Sluice. Sluice is nice and fast. You get the rewards for both factions without doing it on both. Oh, thank goodness. That's wonderful news. My new favorite Hearthstone is the redeployment module they gave us for Overcharged Elves. I love this thing. It's so cool. Plus, it's nice and easy to get. Look at that. Quests are a bit different. Just running the disc belt on your gnome, make it a compact disc. Oh dear. If you do it on a slouchy character like a male troll, are you a floppy disk? Only notice the Farron shoulders. Farron shoulders for everybody. I think that the what is it? Maybe the titles and the tabards you get are faction specific.
I understand your frustration, Gaora, but do not
Like to see more delves and older zones in the future. Don't like reusing old dungeons for delves. Running through big spaces, not a lot of stuff for mobs. I mean, I haven't tested it yet, so it's possible that it doesn't use the entire map of the dungeon. I do see your point. I'm just kind of expecting them to not make you do the entire thing. Got the deck before they announced SteamOS availability for other handhelds. Not quite crazy enough to buy a replacement just yet. Oh man, I have more rep to get out here. I didn't finish my world quests. I'm 2 of 8 low batteries replaced. Here, we'll do the delve first. One thing at a time here. I'm not giving up on my Undermine reps. I've got more of them left to do. Can't keep up with all this content, right? I have so many things that I want to finish in Undermine. Or at least want to make a little more progress on an Undermine. I'd like to at least get the reps sorted. And then the Paragon mounts. I think Mechanica can bite me. Oh, you know, like extra stuff like getting 100% mog from gunk covered thingy is not worried about that. But I'd like to get the reps done, the rep vendors bought out, and the Paragon mounts earned. That's, I think, my goal for Undermine. And then maybe part-timer.
Watch your step.
I should probably just keep doing chat lists for it. Speaking of Mechanica, you get another one?
Watch
You'd
your
never
step.
believe what happened again. Trying to farm up old mounts, don't have time for overcharged delves. I know
Watch
some
your
people have
step.
finished their overcharged delve research tree already. I'm kind of doing this in like the 10 minutes a day version where I'm just doing the 2 bountiful overcharged every day. And then that's good enough for me. I think I maybe didn't loot everything in the first one, and maybe that's why I felt a little bit short. I I think I forgot to loot some stuff, then it shorted me a bit on my
Watch
Titan
your
shards.
step.
I'm gonna remember to loot. Did overcharge delves in 2.5 hours. Mm-hmm. Odd the need to suddenly loot in delves, right? The first one of these that I tested on PTR, I did it on an 8, and it took me like 35 minutes of like, it was Kriegval's Rest, and it was so slow. And it was good because I saw like the mechanics of the different mobs, I guess, because, you know, it was actually challenging, but I was so relieved when I realized that there was no good reason to do them on 8s for me. And I could just take my main and just smoke through them on 1. I thought for sure they were going to hotfix in so that you'd get like more shards to drop if you did it on a higher difficulty, but no. They're not that mean.
Watch your step.
Clearing my else found not 1, not 3, not 2, not 3, but 5 extra pieces of Mechanica. You're officially... You're at double digits! Holy mackerel! That's crazy.
Watch your step.
I'm at 4. I've been at 4 for months. I haven't started opening Paragon caches yet, though. I'm promised that's where the good Mechanica is. And once we get going opening those, I feel like we'll open lots of them. Just about hard enough to need to pay attention again. Doing them on 11s for Gildeds on a Guardian Druid, it's not that much slower. Than a 1? I guess. Yeah, it's about making them faster to solo is the thing. Started doing 11s in a Guardian. Find it funny how chill it is. Not that much slower than pre-overcharged 11s. Gotcha. Gotcha, gotcha. I say as I'm taking like 15 minutes to 201. Just getting lost in here. Trying to find everything. Also, I'm pretty sure I've been forgetting to hit the gold piles, so gonna need to go back for that. It's okay, we can make sure we looted everything. So that's the end. I'm running too fast! I have 20% movement speed because I've got 2 out of the 3 overcharged Dell speed traits, and I'm going so fast that I'm like flying off of the stairs. I'm not used to running this fast. I'm getting stuck in doorways. Woohoo. There's one. Yeah, I just walked right by those. Found a bit of gold. Yeah, we're just being really thorough. See, look, I forgot to loot that guy. He gave me a gray. 1 gray hair. No. Anything up here? Nothing up here? I will say, I like this place because I feel like you can tear through it, but I've never really learned the whole layout because I just jump around and port around. Like, I do it so non-linearly. That's not a word. Non-linearly. Zigzaggy. Swoopy whoopy. Zipsorps. I see the... Okay, I need to go up the stairs on that side. Pretty sure. They have like a little animation. Unless that was just the... Yes, okay. we walked right by that one. There we go. Talking a big game about how fast the ones are, and I've been here for ages. Yeah, it is stacked on itself a lot. They also, like, the different stories give you teleporters and stuff that kind of zoop you all over the place. So I feel like it's very understandable to get a little bit disoriented.
Watch your step.
I love this boss model. It was cool in BFA and it's still cool now. Oh. Every time I've done this delve story more than 3 times, and every single time at the end I stand here and I go, I don't know what to do next, and then I like kind of look around for a little bit before I realize, without fail. Oh man. All right, well we got lots of we got 141 and then another 30. Yeah. Plus, I guess I was missing a mini Titan disc. I could have sworn I did that one already. Well, found a bit of gold. Let's see, that's some tea. There we go. Movement speed 3. Love that. One of those, 2 of those, 3 of those. I feel like I'm gonna get the stamina last because I don't need it. Leveling a DK through time walking dungeons is blood. Like to know if feeling pressure to go fast is the norm as a tank. Yes. Yes, it is. I think the main way to get away from that is to play with people that you know. Because even when the content doesn't require a timer, people want to go basically at the fastest allowable speed because we're all in a hurry. Which is definitely super frustrating when you're new. Okay, I want to finish all these world quests. Let's do this one, because I want the reputation. We're getting started on our Venture Co rep. I just have to learn these world quests, because I haven't really done all the Venture Co ones yet. Do I just fight the barrels? Shadowward Death the Barrel? Oh yeah, Shadowward Death the Barrel. Love playing Blood DK because I was forced to be slower. Now is a particularly rough time for time walking because they buffed HP and tuna scaling to slow them down, so some folks are frustrated. Surprised by the number of people that do Ring of Booty and time walking. Yeah. I think lots of people just kind of like, they either don't know that it can be skipped, or they can't be bothered to skip it, or they don't trust that everybody else is going to know that it can be skipped and agree to skip it. And it's just easier to kill it than it is to try to like have the conversation with your pugs. I also just kind of love Ring of Booty. Hello, barrels? Oh, that's Blackwater Cartel. I like tracking. I know it's kind of covered by my bars, but I like tracking my current rep that I'm working on as an XP bar, so it just kind of sits at the bottom here. There we go. Now I can see it. Yeah, so we're honored with Venture Co right now. Yeah, half honored. Yesterday, I did the time walking out, had to do like 11 dungeons, and was top DPS as a disc priest in all of them. Teleported my 68 DK to Dorn to start doing delve stuff, only to realize the overcharge stuff requires level 70. Aw. Where's Cat? How is Cat? Cat's good. She's right here in my lap. She's sitting on my legs right now. She's just out of the shot. She's sleepy. Have you completed all the reps from all the previous expansions? Can't imagine I've done all of them. I've done a good chunk of them though, because I wanted to do the 100 Exalted reps for the Pure Heart Courser. So at one point in my life, I did go back and kind of like fill out a lot of them. They would have been done across a bunch of different characters though. How you feeling about all the minor patch borrowed power gears? I was kind of annoyed when I first heard about them because I'm just sort of exhausted by default. And I didn't want to learn about a new thing. But now that I have them, and they helped me do things like my 8 mask or my triple threat, and other like late patch achievements and accomplishments that I'm trying to get, I'm kind of a big fan because now it feels like there's something new and strong and exciting going on, even well after I like finish getting all my crests or finish getting all my gear out of raid or whatever. I haven't raided in weeks, but I'm still feeling stronger this week than I was last week. So I guess I kind of get it. It wasn't very hard to get the disc belt. It wasn't super hard to get the void ritual thing. I could see though if somebody wanted to skip them though, would be kind of annoyed being like, hey, what do you mean I like got my bis out of raid and now I've come back and I've missed a bunch of stuff? Like people just want to take breaks. There we go. So that's the slime done. Let's do the sky race. I treat all pugs as uncontrollable AI. I mean that's a fairly zen thing to do. One of the easiest ways to chill out in life is to stop trying to exert any control over other people, because it's just a losing game. Missed that belt? How does one start that? There is a quest line that begins in the Delve tent of Dornegal to introduce you to overcharged delves, and you get the belt after doing a couple of those quests. Good stuff. I did a little short video roundup on my YouTube channel too, but you can just follow the quest line and you'll get there. I forgot where I was going. I was going here, that's right. Congrats on 8 mask. Thank you, Alwyn. Thank you very much. I was so happy to have it done on our first try so we didn't have to do it again. After we did Umbric, I was just trying to like stop the bad thoughts from being like, you're gonna have to do it again. This is just round 1. Also, oh, there we go. Having a hard time. I need a ramp. Yeah, don't worry about doing overcharged delves on anything above a 1 unless you really want to do harder delves for a different reason. I have been doing overcharged on 1s. You don't get anything extra or special from doing harder ones aside from the regular stuff you get for doing harder delves, like better crests or gear. There we go. Oh, those ones don't give you any rep either. Interesting. I guess I knew they wouldn't. It didn't say they would on the map. Oh man, I'm Captain Valorstones again. Okay, this is my last world quest. And then I'll be caught up on rep for the week. Music from the Goblin Zone is so good. Where was I? I was somewhere with my sound in. Gosh, I was flying through one of the older zones and I was really vibing to the soundtrack. It wasn't the Midsummer music, although the Midsummer music is also good. Oh, dumpster. I forget where. It was like Duskwallow Marsh or something, but there was some area that had like a really surprisingly good soundtrack. There was like an instrumental solo that I was kind of vibing to. Low battery replaced. We just click on it? Oh yeah. The sax. Yeah, maybe. I did my overcharged delves, I did my 8 mask, I got my Void Crystal Panther. That was exciting. Pretty. What else do I want to do today? We've gotten through so many of our goals. I know there's a Arathi campaign. I guess I could start it. Nothing says I have to finish it and do the whole story. Delves do stay overcharged after you complete them. You can repeat them. If you want, you can repeat the same one all day to farm all of your Titan fragments and get your tree capped out. Some people did that. Major Tusk, thank you for the 10-month resub. Yay! Appreciate it. Thanks for being here. I'm real flattered that all you guys are choosing to spend a little piece of your Sunday with me. Candy, yeah. The only reason I'm only doing 2 is because I also want to be kind of doing looting bountiful chests, because I have a ton of extra keys and I'm just working on progress for copious coffers, opening 250 bountiful coffers. May as well, just doing bountiful every day. Happy to be here even if I'm lurking. It's real sweet of you guys. Mighty kind of you. Talador music goes crazy. Yeah. Auchindoun, Wad Auchindoun had a very sort of Cirque du Soleil-esque soundtrack that I liked very much. I wonder if it's a similar thing. That's a really cute lurk emote. I like that one. Yeah, let's go start the campaign. Why not? Why not? Don't see any reason not to. Always seems louder in Draenor. Mm-hmm. I made the most soothing tea that I could because I knew I was going to do Stormwind 8 masks, so I was like, what do we have? Wellness blend, chamomile, lemon balm. What will help calm my frustrated soul? Ease the jagged edges of my anguish. Still love Grizzly Hills music. Doing 250 turns into 500. Yeah, I know. But you still get the 250 first. There's a mog on that one at least. Plus, nothing says you have to do them all in the War Within. It's kind of a thing that you could continue to do across expansions, because Dells are sticking around. But yeah, it's a lot. It's a ton. Alright, Farron, what's up? Here for a short while to continue rebuilding our relationship. Having trouble keeping down their meat, it's strong stuff. Unrest in the Arathi Highlands. Deneth and Gayara are returning to their home. Stromgarde and Hammerfall to diffuse tensions. I'm coming with. And you're coming with me.
We must investigate before we have another war.
I'm wearing my super serious garlic and gardening shovel transmog.
Pity that a family squabble could make me loath to return here.
How come he's voice acted and she isn't? What's up with that?
It is good to feel the sun on my
And she's not even listening.
May the dark
Oh, we're looking.
Is that?
Thoradin's wall? Yes.
Then the stories and legends I read as a child were true.
Stories are just stories, Farron. And that wall is just a wall.
I know Arathi history is embellished enough. But are you not proud of your heritage?
Yes. But pride in our legends, foment stomach superiority.
Spellskers, thanks for the 3-month sub in advance.
At our neighbors.
Appreciate it.
I understand. Among my people, some still distrust outsiders. I had thought your people...
Going to Kaz Olgar was unpopular in Stormguard. But the Sons of Lothar promote tolerance and mirth.
There's always bandits. I like how she's like, Danath, isn't it amazing? And he's like, yeah, it's great.
What happened here, Walker?
Whatever.
Excuse me if I
Hello.
get out of turn. I'm an old man with old ways.
You're gonna burn something down.
My farm.
Will I be strong like you one day?
And discover the fate of her entire family.
Be so sweet.
Why now? Why us? What do they want?
Did you read the fair and short story? I did not. I saw that they had put one out. She only heard about Arathi Highlands and kids' stories. That makes sense. Hello. Oh, okay, so she's not dead. That's nice. I'm just fully prepared for that child to be an orphan. It's like, well, you haven't seen your parents in 10 minutes, they're dead. This is World of Warcraft. They are super dead. One of them is going to be converted by the Void / Legion / Scourge and will be coming to kill you shortly. Get ready to lose a limb and begin your villain story. Uh-huh. Oh, he's fine too. They even they tied him up next to his snacks.
They wanted me to join them.
Kind of hungry. Oh, Ellie's an Ellic. I see. That makes sense. Bring the unfamiliar emblem. Defias bandit carrying a badge with an unfamiliar emblem. Rising sun with long rays emanating from it. Suns and rays are colored red. Could it be the Red Dawn? I don't know. Sounds pretty ambiguous. Any more bandits? Defias still kind of put chills into my spine a little bit from hardcore WoW. Defias in Westfall were so dangerous. They were like the deadliest mobs for Alliance side because you'd run into them early and people would run into them earlier than they needed to. And the casters' casts hit so hard and they would spawn kind of fast. Yo, it's a barn with barn doors. I can't stand it when I see doors like this in homes. I know it's a trend. I can't stand it. It's not like a veto the home thing for me because I can't afford to be that picky. But it definitely is kind of like a red flag of somebody figured they were gonna flip this and they thought this was what the people wanted. Be on the lookout for iffy plumbing and suspect wiring. Been avoiding the field photographer achievement for a long time because it was kind of daunting. Working on that. Highly recommend. I was avoiding that one too. What do you have to do again? Field photographer. Ah! Oh, that is a big list. Look at all that. I did it in Stormwind. I must have done it in Stormwind just by like accident. That's funny. I just took the Stormwind selfie like in full good faith. It's only 5 points. Yeah, you get a title though. You could be field photographer blank blank. I like this mount. I've been riding this one around. Corruption of the aspects. Oh, oopsies. Didn't read everything. Hope whatever they're planning doesn't involve my neighbors. Except for that one guy. Why has he got his Moa's lawn at 5 in the morning? No one else is up, Darren. Defias had it on their person. Wonder what it means.
Rest when you can. It felt
Yeah.
good to go to battle once.
I kind of didn't know there were people living here. Last I remember, this place was a ruin. I had no idea we had spruced the place up. That's funny.
If more hands are needed to keep Stormguard safe, the champion and I are ready to help.
People are angry and hungry. The easy choice is blaming our neighbors in Hammerfall. Farron has volunteered the both of you to help people of Stromgarde. Okie dokie. Oh, he's got a sick hat. Look at that. He's not messing around. He's keeping the sun off his ears. Curfew kerfuffle. Stealing supplies, harassing people. Deal with 15 supporters. Are we gonna kill them? Request for aid. Someone needs to officially tell him to shut his yap. Alright. There, Joseph, shut your yap. Where is he? Comment in Wowhead that gives the waypoints for each continent, which is nice. Oh, good. Okay, they don't die, they just cry and think better of it.
Maybe it's time to pack up and leave
Hello. Supplies. Armor repairs.
Our last shipment of iron was stolen by
Like the Arathi armor sets, most of it is human heritage with the tabard you get from this quest. So I dressed my paladin up like the Arathi from the NPCs in this area. Oh. Excuse me, he just tried to stab me. It's terrible.
Hey there. Have a good one.
When do we get these? I was gonna call them skinny, but honestly, they just kind of look like normal people compared to like the action figures that actual humans are in WoW. I remember they added these for Kultirans. Alright. Sir, I've been told to tell you to shut your yap. Or desist your inflammatory speech. Can I kill him? Alright. It's the undead model, I think. I mean, they look nice. People have been begging for that body option. Mm-hmm. Make him a third race. Have humans and Kultirans and then, like, those guys.
That's 3 caravans to date that have been made. Tell Brewston we're already doing everything we can to help.
No.
Counting Xalatath, there's no one to protect Stormguard.
Because otherwise, do you put them on both humans and Kultirans? I know Kultirans got them first, but what if they were just called those guys, the allied race? The unundead. I can't believe that tagged them with the dot. I was pretty sure I'd missed that. I don't know why I'm hungry. I had a great breakfast. I had avocado toast. I had a nice cup of coffee. It was nice. Tubby Draenei along with skinny humans. I can't imagine what a Tubby Draenei looks like.
If this keeps up, we're going to have to start rationing. I should have known. You just want to take and leave the rest of us nothing.
Brewston would not ask if you were not desperate. Please, whatever you can part with.
Why should I help you, anyway? Bandages. If Lord Danath would stop chucking orcs and start killing them, we wouldn't need bandages.
The orcs are not your enemy. Lord Trollbane is doing what he can to
Broken
keep you
Draenei
safe.
playable.
How are you?
I wonder if we're gonna get playable ethereals after this patch. If they were ever gonna do it. Or brokers. I don't know if they would. But, like, this is definitely the ethereal patch we're about to get.
There is so much yet to learn.
They gave us Volpera. I feel like anything's possible. Volpera were, like, not that central of characters. I feel like someone just kind of made an argument of, like, well, why not? Who are these ladies?
Has the dawn broken for you, stranger?
Are you girls twins? Why are you dressed exactly the same? That is quite the dress. Square neckline, very Aritzia. Want kobolds for alliance next? Are they twins? Do we like talk to them? Is it a thing? I can't imagine what it would be like to have an identical twin. I have a sister, but we're 2 years apart. We're also very different. We're very similar, but we're very different.
I'm listening.
All right. Oh, floor. We're gonna get a fight. Fight. Follow. Nell's downstairs. So we just gotta follow her. Ah, just an assumption.
Come with me.
Strange that
Playable
Dad would
Murlocs.
leave without us, and want us to talk to his estranged niece.
Oh, there she is.
My people need food, shelter, and support. Forget what I told you.
Yo, she looks good in those glasses.
I am here as a representative of the people of Hallowfall. You are a prisoner.
Oh, they're speaking up.
Why does Colonel Niles defer to you?
You should know. Names carry weight. Farron Lothar. Despite your elven blood, a great Arathi warrior returning gives us hope that those dissatisfied with Lord Denath Trollbane's rule, with our old Stromic ways forgotten, with famine, unrest, and orcs on our lands, and dwarves and elves in our cities, all will rise up and embrace a new dawn. And that when they
So they're
do,
just racist.
I hope you'll be part of it, Farron.
I would like to see Stromgarde as it was, but your promises are empty, and I would never betray Denath.
You say that now, but you'll see it my way, in time.
If I already cleared heroic, can I still get Valor Stones from normal? Oh, I actually don't know. I've never tried, I don't think.
She all but told me she was involved with the Red Dawn.
I think so. But I'm making that up. I've never tried doing it. Whatever you say, I do not believe that she is the leader of the Red Dawn.
For
Oh,
Stromgarde.
okay. For Denath, okay.
If you leave now, you might catch up with Lord Trollbane at Refuge Point. But watch out for bandits.
I've been so overcapped on Valor Stones in the last 2 patches.
Over here,
I get him faster than I can spend him. Oh, for a second I thought that was Lord Denath Trollbane. I'm like, oh, he dead, but it's just unknown soldier. It's okay. He's part of team. Not very nice people. So Anthus is capped too. He needs crest to spend him. I've been more starved for crest than stones. Yeah, the champion gearbox is probably the next thing. But most of my elves don't need it because they have so much gear from Warbound stuff. I guess some of them could probably use champion up from veteran, but those are the characters that I'm not really playing.
Strength and honor. Refuge Point was attacked as well. I saw it burn.
Alright, so they had bandit attacks too.
Keep your senses keen.
Find the leader of the attack and defeat them. Collect some supply crates. You betcha.
These bandits, do they call themselves
Starting a new tune for my main next year, just trying to farm them out.
I did not give any time to
I get most of my Valor Stones from chat lists in Undermine.
drag away.
Get a good chunk from doing that. And it doesn't take very long. If you have alts, you can just do a chat list on each of them. Sleepy. I am kind of sleepy. I don't know why. Wore myself out doing Horrific Visions earlier. I slept pretty good last night. I think I slept through the whole night. I had like a nice bath before bed. It was great. Oh hey, it's our friend. Mr. Shut Your Yap. And then I'm gonna need it. Oh, I guess I got the supplies already. That was fast. I did get 8 mass done. I did 8 mass solo. I am Inksy the Mad.
On my
I'm officially done with Visions now. I got my Void Crystal Panther and everything.
keep your senses keen.
Look at all these Valor Stones I'm burning.
Lothar,
We must bring our light to all of Azeroth. I have so very many questions. If Danath did not come here,
Stormwind felt harder than Org.
did not call him to hammer
I think that it was a little easier for me, but it was because of when I did it. By the time I got to today doing Stormwind, I had the disc belt, so I had an extra like 5% damage from my lightning rod procs, and then Gift of the Titans, which I didn't have last time.
Danath never arrived?
Pardon me.
Where is he?
Dialogue UI is making my quest menu look like that. Kept dying at the mob grouping the old town before the boss. Ooh, yeah, they were dangerous. They were getting me. I was blowing cooldowns on that for sure.
Marauders burned down my farmstead. The orcs drove them off and brought me here for shelter.
Is there spiced bread in there? Orcish food is hard on my teeth.
If the food's so top human, then don't eat it.
Me. Is there bread?
Long ago, these humans wanted to kill us. Why is Eitrig helping them?
Eitrig. If anything, this is telling me how to pronounce all these names. I've been calling him Eitrig forever.
Finally.
I'll do 2 visions again after we get the belt.
If orcs
If there's anything else that you wanted in there.
humans, why help them?
Long ago, a human showed me great kindness. I strive to honor his memory.
We'll tell Gayara of Danath's disappearance. Hopefully he will arrive here before we return.
Pigtail really gets going while you run. Oh yeah, her hair. I was like, wait, there's a pig? Where's the pig? I want a pig.
Wait, I have information about the Red Dawn. Help me, and I'll tell you what I know.
Have the options between the mad or the insane. Both very good.
The Madhar will claim victory.
I wish you could pivot whether it became before or after your name and then wear both of them so I could be Mad Hazel the Insane or Insane Hazel the Mad. Or Inksy. But I don't think they're gonna do that anytime soon. It might be a little too much. Oh, Perry. He's not doing so good. Check the Witherbark and plant evidence that the Horde was responsible. Something about drawing away Hammerfall's defenders. Yo, he's got a sick outfit. Not treading water in the soup. Water isn't even boiling. What's wrong with Crestor? Oh. Well, that's exciting. Is he dead? Kind of looks like there's one through his head. No, he's fine. He just doesn't like the gong. I like a good forest troll. Oh, this reminds me of Plunderstorm. I can't believe we've already had 2 different rounds of Plunderstorm. Come and gone. Came and went. It feels like it happened so fast. I don't know if they'll ever do it, but I would love for them to do one with like a different zone and a different theme. But I think they're kind of stuck with the pirate thing. Or at least they think they're stuck with the pirate thing. That Shadow Crash hit nobody. These quests don't seem to take too long. I guess I'm not sure how many there are. Feels like we're getting somewhere.
I will hear your words, but judge you by your...
I'm not. I swear. Syndicate is on their way to attack Hammerfall for the Red Dawn.
Back to Hammerfall. I don't think it has to be pirate themed. They just named it Plunderstorm. The plunder, I think, is... I mean, they could call it something different. Or they could tack some theming on it some other way. Because I would love to have a reward track that's not just recolors of the same stuff that we got the first time.
Then Hammerfall is not long.
I enjoyed playing Plunderstorm a lot.
Eyes open, weapons forward. Hammerfall will be ours once more.
I like this new campaign. I feel like they've done a solid job at kind of varying up how the campaign delivers story to you. In that it's not just all in the quest text now. You have some of it in dialogue, you have some of it in voice acting, you have some of it kind of in your environment. It's sort of easier to like stay with it and follow what's going on. Hey, let's see here. Oh, is he taking an ice bath? Oh, I need to rescue him. He didn't want to take an ice bath. I thought he was just cold plunging. They're fine. Have I not defeated Joseph yet? I feel like we've been fighting him. He's over here. Or he will be in a second. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think of if once I've done this campaign, if I've kind of caught up on the new things that they added in 11.17. Enlightened Delves, lore walking, time walking, new campaign. I think so. I think that's the basics of it. Uh-oh.
You again.
Oh, there we go. He's here. That's good. I didn't want to have to go looking for him upstairs or downstairs.
You are fortunate I changed my mind and spared you. Next time I will not be so much.
He's getting away again. Are they saving him to be a raid boss or something? Holy moly. Do you split that between alts? Like the different things that I did? Or... I think I did most of it on my main, actually.
It could be Daenerys.
I did the time walking on alts.
Must go and investigate.
May you find glory in battle, but live.
Time for the real grind, miscellaneous
Being
mechanica.
here is like being in the stories I was told as a child. Yet not.
Fight with honor.
Good.
But yeah, I did all the lore walking on my main. I did all the overcharged dells on my main. I guess the big thing that I've been working on in alts is just triple threat. No, the time walking I split across alts because I was leveling on them anyway. So I did the time walking on my druid. I did some on... No, I did actually all of it on my druid. Because I just kept going on the one character. That's right. Achievement for that mount. This mount that I'm riding right now, I think I bought for for mementos off the Horrific Visions vendor. Oh, Danath is missing. I think this is 40k corrupted mementos.
We've seen that emblem twice before. Was this the work of the Red Dawn?
Not as horsey. Oh, the time walking mount. Oh, what was the name of the achievement? Hang on.
That axe was forged at Argarok. We abandoned many like it, with the fortress at
Turbulent.
the end of the last war.
Master of the Turbulent Timeways 3. That's what it is. Favorite character that you've met on the campaign. I mean, I like Farron, but we didn't just meet her now.
I will see
I liked Marin's outfit, but her
them from Argarok and planted them for the Red Dawn.
her policies leave a little to be desired. I don't think we can get behind that.
Would destroy both Stormguard and Hammerfall and leave them in power.
Then we must search for Danath, starting at Argarok, and alert Stromgarde of what we have found.
There is so much yet to learn. I will inform Stromguard and ask for their help in the search. With luck, I can forestall any aggression.
Rather how you define being caught up. Some people do everything and every alt. Definitely don't have time for that. Yeah, it'll be different for everybody. I think it's just a question of whether or not you've completed the goals that you set for yourself. If you set any, if there's anything that you wanted to do.
I stand for the people of Stromgarde. We do not have the resources for a manhunt, Farron.
To rescue the Lord of Stromguard? I thought you were in charge here.
I think we can drop the charade now, Veronica.
You're behind this. The Red Dawn? Danath's disappearance.
Not me and my flannel with my chicken.
And now that my uncle is gone, I'm free to do what I wish. Footman!
Stop this madness! You're all Arathi!
And I thought you were once. Now you'll suffer for not joining our cause.
Ah! How rude. That Peppy, thank you for the 9-month resub. Kind of crazy how I've been watching your content since Legion, but only recently have learned to use my free sub. Thank you very much. Also, Danny's FTW. Thanks for the Prime sub. Appreciate it. 6370s and up. Holy moly. Hello? Oh, it was open. That's nice.
Hey there. For Stormguard, don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Find Farron.
You know where to find me.
And collect some evidence, you betcha.
I need to rally more loyal troops. You see if you can find Farron. We need all the help.
I'm glad that they're not going to have us do this once in each faction. You could if you wanted to see all the story, but if you can get all the cosmetics from doing it just once, it seems a bit long. Hammer on your gnome, the footman was aiming for your brain. Yeah, I'm just a little gnome. It's rather a big hammer. Dialogue UI is the name of the add-on that is modifying the appearance of my quest window here. Red Dawn propaganda. Search the basement of the inn. They have a lot of turkey legs around here. Oh, the bread looks kind of good. Yeah, I think you get both tabards for doing the storyline once. But there's someone with done an 8 mask with a 1-button rotation. You think? Maybe. I don't know. Weskers, thanks for the 2-month resub. It's easier than it used to be. But definitely not easy. I wonder if that'll turn into a challenge. Doing blank and blank thing with 1-button rotation. Killing underpin, etc. I would do it, but it sounds awful. It sounds really hard. Probably a paladin. Wondering if anyone would do it in the mage tower. Because I am sure you'd be able to use your utility spells above and beyond. You would just use the 1 button for damage, but I don't know. Those things get so hard if you're not doing strong damage. Oh, there she is.
Help me out of these bindings. Our light brings unity. While captive, I heard Marin's plan to amass our troops at the gates. We must stop her.
Wow, I do not have very much proof yet. Did the Legion Mage Tower on my druid? Impossible without buffs and trinkets. Yeah, it's hard. You need all the help you can get. I am not in a hurry to do any of those things ever again. I feel like we've done it twice. That should be enough. Sorry, everybody, making you sleepy. I wonder if the title will still be available because they removed it after Nilotha originally. The title. Remix Mage Tower. Oh, maybe. I wouldn't be surprised if they skip it. Wouldn't be surprised if they do it either, though. Mage Tower has a lot of like positive name recognition. So if they did any kind of feature like that, it would probably get some people to try out Remix. Even if it's kind of antithetical to what Remix is about. Maybe it's just to stomp the Mage Tower. Maybe you get super overpowered. You set up a bunch of alts in Remix and you just use them to stomp the Mage Tower, and the joke is that it's easy because it's Remix. Oh, faceless one. Gotcha. Wonder if it'll be the same for the Mad after this season. Oh, maybe. I got the faceless one, right? Yeah. Have you seen the new Illidan Capybara? I cannot say that I have. I'll have to look at the new mounts at some point. Do a little scroll video or something. New Felix, or as I call them, Felix. Listen, you can't give me all your good jokes or I'm gonna accidentally steal them. No credit, only profit. A lot of the new achievement mounts have people really excited. Oh, this is where we get 20. Want to have credits? No credits.
At your service.
Just crime. Yeah, okay. Keep the millions of money, I just want the credit. No. Listen, you can't crack a deal after the fact. That's why you gotta keep your good material to yourself. Healer challenge delves drove me insane as somebody who hates healing. Healer challenge. Oh, the healer challenge, not the delves, the mage tower. The healer mage tower was so hard. It was so long. I didn't have the stamina of focus to pay attention for like 15 minutes straight.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Alright, are we gonna defeat him properly this time?
To cover your back.
Let's go, Gayara. We will take him down together.
I am too
Oh wait, he's right here.
spend my time with you.
He's bubbled though, he's cheating. Is he hearthing? He's bubble hearthing.
Enlightened one, the Scarlet Crusader.
Come on. Let's find Danath and Etrig.
Hope you're having a good stream. It's supposed to be my friend's house. Not feeling well today.
Stop
Very
this.
much. I hope you feel better soon.
Danath fought to save all of Azeroth.
Having a pretty good stream. We got our mage tower done.
So the Alliance and Horde could wage war in Karzalgar. You'll never understand. For Erythor!
Right in the nose.
The Red Dawn will rise again.
How did her glasses not break?
No! Do not make her a martyr. Our history will read Faerun, true daughter of the Arathi, allowed Meryn to live without her title and name.
I feel like he's made this
The
mistake
Red
before
Dawn
though.
vanished from the Highlands forever.
I feel like I got knocked off the platform 100 times.
Is not over.
It's her plot armor, yeah. Look at how much bigger Etrig is than me. I go up to like his knee. I'm the size of his boot. At least in the cinematic anyway.
It never ends, does it?
There's little she can do without her name and title.
Times
Yeah, she would never still use
for
them.
us old soldiers.
Alright. If you say so.
Orders. Go on ahead, child.
There we go. Collect our Stromguard tabard.
I have some diplomatic red tape to clean up, I'm sure.
Talk to Faerun somewhere. Oh, up that way. Hopefully good luck for today. Sitting at 250 plus for the Gmod mount. Oh man, I hope that drops soon. That's aggressive.
Visit outside Kazalgar to go. It is good to feel the sun on my skin once more. Our light brings unity. I hope I have the strength to bounce.
Sorry. Stormguard was not what you expected.
He interrupted her.
I was naive.
No,
Also, I feel like this is very dangerous. There's no fences. You're just dangling your feet.
How?
I said Thoradin's wall was just a wall. But
Work
what
safe
it
BC could
represents
never.
does exist.
I don't see.
You have been a guiding light, saving my life. Bringing
She's a
us
warrior.
together.
Their knees can still break.
My true mission. You look to the past, but you are
Thanks,
our
Pruvade.
future.
She can
I'm
fly.
glad of that.
Perhaps.
Trying to RP sit, went too far forward and fell and ruined the moment.
Not what Marin
Slash.
wanted,
Sit.
but us.
There we go.
Returning here for our people.
I hope you are right.
Oh, it's a player. I'm like, why is that NPC doing that? It's a player. I thought for sure. I thought it was an NPC. That's funny.
Being here is like being in the stories I was told as a child. Yet not.
My mage can send you back
Get
to
her
Dorne,
pauldrons.
but
Nice.
you'll always be welcome.
And I'm of Stromguard, although you're not getting me to put that on after the mad title. Character was hanging off the tower on her tippy toes and slash sit. Should we see if her shoulders look good on me? One blighter pauldrons. Let's make a. Here's the shoulders. We'll hide the chicken backpack for a second. If I wanted to wear something with that. Not that. Nope. Yeah. Not really the same vibes though. I do love wearing those spring robes. I kind of don't hate the Venthyr robe with it actually. I like a robe with a little bit of architecture. I like something that's not like neck to ankle coverage. Fits your current mod perfectly. The garlic kind of matches the shoulders in color, if not in theme. I have 48 pages of cloth mog. The roasted garlic. I'm growing garlic on my balcony. I'm waiting until it's ready to be harvested. It won't be long now. You gotta wait for the bottom leaves to die off. Here they love garlic in the Arathi Empire. That's just a fire festival robe. I don't think I can mog that one forever. If not, missed opportunity. Oh, to use the shoulders as a cooking fire? There you go. I think that's what I was looking for. That's the stuff. Yeah. Elegant robes. It's like the gold version of the mooncloth robe. Because anything else I think is going to not stand up to them. But I wanted something kind of like... These ones are too much. Those ones are too much. And then we'll start by just taking the belt off. I don't think it needs the belt. Shoes. I feel like no cloak, no back piece is good, so that you can kind of see how the robe gets together in the back. I could maybe do better on the dagger. I don't want it to be too much though. Especially if it like sheathes on the hip. I don't want it to be something that's gonna overdo it. Hard time logging those shoulders for my paladin. They're beautiful. I just want a little knife, I think. I think one of those earlier ones would do it. I love the novelty daggers that we get that are like screwdrivers and stuff. I think they're so fun. I don't think there's going to be any super good old ones, but there's a couple kind of cool ones. That's actually a little bit ominous, the glowing rod. Flare thorn. Hot poker. We've gone from Arathi to Arathi Inquisitor. I love the sensor, but it clips through the floor. I don't hold it high enough. It's too big. Because the Zealot dagger was just too chunky. It looks kind of silly on her. Maybe a dinner fork. Maybe too red Dawny, right? For helmet. Dun, dun, dun. No, something subtle, maybe just glasses. If anything at all. Or like a flower. We've got some nice flowers. No, the flower is not it. The glasses might be too red Dawny after Marin wore them first. It's like, whose side are you on over here? Love Inksy in her mop weapon era. Oh, we can give her little ear things. Headed towards a Arathi librarian. I mean, there's always crowns. I can't change her ponytail because I refuse to, so anything that has like a back of the head thing like that, I end up clipping a lot of helms through. Oh, I have some fun candles, but I think that might take a little bit of the gravity out of the shoulders. I'm pretty sure I have a noggin candle that's like waxy. Maybe not. I must have gone too far for those. This is terrifying. The Dragon Soul one. Valyria's a big red hood and she still pulls off that big ponytail. Yeah, it's true. I thought I had like a more overblown candle setup. Maybe I scrolled past it. Yeah, there it is. That's what I was thinking of. I'm not gonna wear that. That's crazy. That's silly. I feel like we were closer with the ooh. We were closer with the glasses. A lot of cool helmets like this I'm never gonna wear because they just make you, they just take away all of what makes your character look like your character. I think we'll do that. I don't know about the weapons, but you don't really see them much. Having the pretty small dagger at least makes it not stick out too much on her hip. It would be more fun to mog it with a staff, but I'm not wearing a staff right now. Alright. I gotta wrap up. I spent like 10 minutes transmogging. I'm finished for the week. I will be back. Wednesday is my current plan. As always, I'll keep you posted in the Discord if I need to like last minute cancel or anything, but should be back on Wednesday with a brand new stream. In the meantime, I got some videos up on YouTube. There's one that shows you kind of what's new from Fire Festival this year. Don't forget about that and all the new patch excitement. And then, of course, a news video roundup we put out yesterday. Appreciate the company. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.